Well, we're going to start touring in Quebec.
Yep.
It's going to be nice to return to where I come from, you know. Roots are good. I have a lot of regard for those French-Canadian people, and so in Quebec we'll be playing some of the French-Canadian songs from back in the day. But when we get into Ontario, I'll probably leave those out and play some more contemporary material. We have some electro material we're very excited about. It's quite powerful, and we have films that we run in tandem with the music. Yeah, a combination of things that folks would be familiar with from some of my songs from the past. But we are, I'm very excited to bring what I'm doing in the studio to the stage this time around, because our drummer, Kyle Crane, is a young guy who grew up playing to metronomic time, so he playing to hip-hop music and beatbox music. So he's very accustomed to being driven by machines. So it's kind of flesh and machine, really. We're going to take full advantage of young Kyle and have him strapped in to his rig, and I provide him with a fixed time. The advantage of that being that my echoes and my preparations are all aligned to this metronomic pulse, and so he gets that in his phones, and it gives us the flexibility of with a constant of a fixed tempo, but then we provide improv to the night, and so we're pretty excited to bring this to the arena. I've got about 5 or 6 numbers that operate that way, and they have a couple of them have the capacity to raise the roof of any venue. We mix some tried and true sounds along with new technology. We bring some gear, obviously. I just bring a little mixer with me, so I can. Some of the things I normally do in the recording studio, I get to do on stage, so people will get exposed to. If we happen to hit on a nice magic moment, then it belongs to the night. And so I can do spins, Jamaican type spins, or I can do little samples and dubs. I take snippets of what's being played, sample them, and then put them back into the PA. So it's quite a sandbox to be playing in, and we love it, and people seem to be really enjoying it, so we can't wait to bring it to Kitchener. We do a number called Ring the Alarm, which is based on a Jamaican classic by tenor Saul, and we've adapted this quite nicely and taken it to our own way of expression. It's become a bit of a song of awareness, because it says, ring the alarm, another son is dying, or another daughter is dying. So I like to align it with what's going on in the Aboriginal community, the missing sisters in British Columbia, and then we've got a lot of troubles in the north, here in the Thunder Bay area, where kids are a bit lost, and some of them go missing. So one white kid in Toronto goes missing, and it'll be front page news, but a lot of folks go missing up there that we never hear about or talk about. So so that'll be and a very, very powerful, hard driving piece of music, and specifics of subject matter aside, I think it'll certainly put a little bit of adrenaline into the night. I will do a version of The Maker, and I play the bass line, which is quite a signature to that song. I play it on guitar, and I asked Jim, the bass player, to play another role. So it'll be an old song with a fresh point of view. I do have memories of the Speed River.
Yeah, that's...
A friend of mine lived in a tree house right on the edge of the Speed. He was there for years, and he was a very questioning soul. I think he was reading Henry David Thoreau at the time, and fancied a life outside of the confines of whatever it is that we think we have to do to live. You know, you have to own property and have a mortgage and all that kind of thing. So he appreciated Henry David Thoreau's point of view about if dogs run free, why can't we? So, but I have nice memories of playing that area. You know, we played Guelph as kids, and, played a lot of the hotels around there, and so it, you know, I was just a teenager trying to make a living, and I played a lot of those little watering holes around that area. But I have fond memories of you know, from Dundas to Rockwood to Kitchener-Waterloo, all around there. It's very, very beautiful countryside. And to this day, I ride my motorcycle through there when I visit my mom. So I take a little route and reminded of that wonderful air on top of this carpet. Well, I try and keep my ear to the ground with new music. I'm working with a fellow out of Winnipeg. He goes under the name Venetian Snares. Yeah. And we're doing a collaborative record right now. It's pretty much done, and I'm very excited about this. You heard a little bit of it there a minute ago. Yeah. In fact, when we're done in this position here, we could walk up to the studio and you know, put a little bit of that in the background. I'll show you my mixer and so on. Awesome. All Canadian cast, Venetian Snares, myself, and so it's been a lot of fun to work with this adventurous young man, because he has become an expert in an area that I'm not totally familiar with. So he's very technologically driven and has an incredible understanding of exploratory music, you know, in the electronic world. So I'm blessed to be in his company, and that's how we learn. That's how we evolve. Through collaboration. Let's see, who else? I like, I still like a few rock bands from the neighborhood, you know. There's Mets. You know. Yeah, great band. They're a great band. I heard them at Lee's Palace a couple of weeks ago, and that was a lot of fun. Had a lot of adrenaline in it. What else now? Well, that's two Canadian. Well, I'm glad you mentioned DAngelo. I'm a real fan of DAngelo because he seems to have the capacity to blend naturally played instruments with those great hip-hop grooves. I suppose in his case the phrasing really appeals to me because he's really terrific with his back phrasing and great with harmony and so on. And then recently, I've been listening to Chance the Rapper. That's awesome. Yeah. And what's nice about this fella is seems to be interested in having a message in his music. And so we appreciate that he's gone up that street as Kendrick Lamar has. So it's nice to see message and content coming into that community. So, way to go, man.